Okay, how's everybody doing today? What I want to do today is work on some formulas that I've come up with Stick Control book. You know, uh, the best book ever written. Someone say hello, how are we, or who is in here, or hello. Okay. What I want to do is make a right equal something and an L equal something. Then I'm going to use the Stick Control book sticking patterns as an order of reference. So, I want to do three things today. I want to do 3 rights, 3 lefts, 4 rights, 4 lefts, and make it an R equals single strokes, and L equaling a double stroke, like so. So let's start with the triplet, 1 and da. So every time I see a right, I'm going to make that 3 rights. Every time I see a left, I'm going to make that 3 lefts. So now, the sequence for line 1, the sticking pattern, is 1 and 2 and. So I'm going to make the first right 3 rights, the left 3 lefts. So I have alternating triplet, not alternating triplets, but 3 with the right, 3 with the left, always with that particular exercise. So I'm going to start this off in a full stroke position, which I'm coming right back to that position. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good warm-up exercise. Now I'll hit line 3. That would be 2 rights and 2 lefts. Remember, the formula is a right is equal to 3 rights. So I have this now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually, the closer, the faster I'm going to play, the closer I'm going to become to the drum. Okay, so that's 3. Hey, Luciana, how you doing? How have you been? Do you understand that formula? 3 rights, 3 lefts. If I did line 5, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nice and relaxed. Now, if you want, do the whole page. Or if you really have a whole lot of time, do all 3 pages. It never hurts. Okay? Now I'm doing it slow. I'm going to put the measurement on. I might do up to line 5. Let's hit 100. There you go. Line 5. Up to line 5. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Line 2. Line 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Line 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's up to line 4. Now I refer to that. I'm not trying to do it fast. I mean, I'm not, loosened up enough. I could put the tempo up a little bit, but not too much. Now, I refer to that as a formula from using Stick Control book, and I refer to that as one-dimensional. Now, when I say one-dimensional, it means I'm playing on one surface. we take that and we'll go to the two-dimensional. Now two-dimensional, all that means is I'm playing on two different voices. And I'm going to use a substitution. So instead of playing my right, I'm going to substitute my bass drum. Okay? And I'm going to do the first line with the substitution. And it's two-dimensional because I'm using two different limbs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I go to three-dimensional. And I use three limbs this time. Now, when I use the third limb, it's going to be my left foot, the hi-hat, open and closed, heel and toe. Excuse me. Heel and toe. Heels on 1, toes on 2, heels on 3, toes on 4. So now I have, I'm still using the substitution. I have 1, 2. You can hear this better on the drum set. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have one-dimensional, two-dimensional, and three-dimensional. Let's go to the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension, we're going to add the right cymbal. And I normally play a jazz time. Let me move this over a little bit. There you go. Okay, so now, everything is in place. I'm adding now the right cymbal. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now I do have a PDF sheet on that, and I think I went to line 12, and I gave the one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional, and four-dimensional. So I'll send it to you after the lesson, okay, Luciano? Hey, Luciano, I thought you were going to sign up for the live lesson site. What happened? You give up on it? Still having trouble? So that takes you to the triplet. I thought you signed. Oh, okay. Anyway, now, let's go over that a little bit. We went one-dimensional. R equals 3 rights. L equals 3 lefts. Okay? I'm going to do line 7. That's right, right, left, right, left, with that dimension. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to take it to two-dimensional, substituting the right for a bass drum. So now I have, that was line, I said, what was it, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from that point, we put our left foot in, heel and toe. Do you understand the heel and toe concept, Luciano? Do we understand that? Do you understand how the heel works on the count of 1? The toe closes it, the heel opens it. Do you understand that concept? Alright, well, I can't really demonstrate it because, you know, we're on this site right now. Alright, well, we'll work on that when we get onto the drum set. Right now, it's just, you know, one surface. Okay, so let's, alright, now, let's deal with this. Now, you understand the first formula, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We understand that, right? Okay. Now, let's go to the second formula. we're going to use 4 rights and 4 lefts. So I'm going to think now in 16th notes. I'm counting 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and the hi-hat is when you're playing the foot. I'm thinking 4. Let me go back a little bit. The question was, when I'm playing the hi-hat, it's 2 and 4. In this particular case, that's what I'm saying. I would like to have the hi-hat on 2 and 4. When I say on 2 and 4, you're going to hear a chick on 2 and a chick on 4. But now you want to make all 4 limbs work the same at the same time, and everything's going to be in tempo. So you have the left foot rather. I'm on my board of the hi-hat. My foot's up sort of like this. All right. Right now, if I use my heel up, I just close the cymbals. If I bring my heel up, all right, it's up. Yeah, how to do it? It's hard to do it like this. My toe and up. All right. When I bring my toe down, it closes the hi-hat. When I bring my heel down, it opens the hi-hat. So you have on the hi-hat, it should be closed. It should be open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heel, toe, heel, toe. So I'm getting the chick. You understand that? Yes? Okay. And you know, you want it to be all one unit, using the bass drum for the substitution. Your snare drum is remaining the same. You're adding the hi-hat, and then you're playing the ride cymbal. And I need to get into a nice definition or demonstration of the ride cymbal pattern. 1 and 2, free stroke, down, a free stroke, down. Make it all 4 quarter notes sound the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. And we'll get to that on the drum set, okay? Now, what I want to do is go to the next formula. And that's 16th notes. And like I said, I'm going to be counting, I'm not certain how you count the 16th note formula. But I count 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So, I'm going to make right equal 4 rights in the 16th note formation. 1 E and When I come to a left, I'm going to make that equal 4 lefts. So now, if I did the first sequence, right, left, I'd have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Do we understand that? Now that's one dimensional. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3. Line 2. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3, sorry. Line 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3. Line 5. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay. There's a few other guys in here, and you are the only gentleman, Luciano, that's asking questions. I guess nobody else has any questions, or not being polite and recognizing themselves, or, you know, saying hello. Hello, whoever's not responding or hiding. I do realize that there are guys in here that are on, like I said, their iPhones or whatever, and if you're on your iPhones, there is no, wait a second, Luciano, there is no chat. There's 3, when I do the 16th notes and the triples, I only gave you one of the exercises. Let me elaborate on that. When I'm doing the 16ths right now, it's just one vibe, no accent. So I'm going 1 E and same thing with the left. So if I did line 1, 1 E and 2 E and E and a, 4 E and a. I didn't place no accents there. Now, there's two additional formulas that I like to take from that, and there's three ways I do the 16ths. Without the accent, 2 E. Then I put an accent on the downbeat, like this. 1 E and a, 2 E and 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Or I'll put the accent on the last stroke of the grouping of 4. 1 E and the, 2 E and the, 3 E and the, 4 E and the, 1, 2 E and the. Now you see what I got? What I'm doing? I'm accenting. The first formula is without accents, like I do line 1, okay? Without accents. 1 E and a, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did is I made right equal 4 rights, and I made L equal 4 lefts. Now, formula, you could say formula number 1A, we could call this, one-dimensional. I'm going to put an accent on the first note of the grouping of 4. 1, E, and the. What's that? That's it, Luciano. The first note, last note, 1 E and the, 2 E and the, 3 E and the. That's three different patterns you can use for something a little bit different to work stick control together. You know, it's like you're developing control. And don't forget, when I put the accent, there's the level in there. I have down, tap, tap, up. 1 E and the, 2, 3 E and 4 E and the. Now sometimes I won't say anything to a student and ask him to play that, and he naturally will go like this. That's how we would play it, naturally, which is what the level system is. Reinforcing what is natural, making that stronger. You know, and then I explain the level, like down, tap, tap, up, and when they have to concentrate on it, they have a difficult time. That means it's a little bit weak, so they're strengthening that. 1. Same thing with the left hand. Then I hit the last note of the grouping of 4. 1 E and the. So I have 1 E and the, 2 E and. Same thing with the left. 1 E and the, 2 E and the, 3 E and the, 4 E and the. Now that's one-dimensional. Let me do line 3. That's 2 rights with the accent on the first note of the grouping. Nice and slow. Alright, do the same line now. Do the same line with the accent on the last note. Okay, 1 E, play, boom. 1 E and the, 2 E and the, 3 E and the, 4 E and the. Now notice what I did, if you caught it. When I did the one with the accent on the downbeat, on the first note, 1, 2, 3, 4, my starting position was here. I'm exaggerating the starting position because it's for viewing or instructional reasons, or demonstration reasons. 1, E, and the. 2, E, and. Now the left. 3, E, and the. 4, E, and back. 1, the, 2, left, now if I do the accent on the last stroke, my starting positions here because I have to start here. I'm getting the tap, 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 up, down. So I have 1 E and da. The left would be 1 E and da. So I'll do line 1 nice and slow. 1 E and, I'm sorry, 1 E and da. 2 E and da. 3 E and da. E and da. So there's 3 different ways, one-dimensional, you could do that exercise in 16ths. Now, it doesn't really work that well using the second way we did with the accent on 1, 2, 3, 4, 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional or 4-dimensional, because now you're going to hit that bass drum with an accent. We don't want to do that. So that's 3 different ways, one-dimensional, and 1 different way, 4-dimensional. You understand all of that? Any questions in the audience here? Luciano, you got that? Okay. I'm going to do one more formula because I have to only make the lesson today for a half hour. I will be back this evening, okay, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, like I said to everybody, I do have a ton of different formulas, but it's difficult to do the ton of formulas in an hour or a half hour or whatever. So we're just going to work on a few, okay? So we're going to do this guy now. And I'm going to do it right hand lead, and then I'm going to do it left hand lead. You'll see what I mean by that. We're going to make R equal single strokes in 16th note formation. And I'm starting with the right hand. 1 E and da. When I come to a left, I'm going to make it double strokes. 2 E and da. So with that being said, single strokes, double strokes. I do line 1. Now everything seems to be starting on the right hand because it's a right hand lead. So what I have is this. I do line 1. I'm going to do it slow. And it's best to do it slow. The objective is to make that right and that left sound the same. So if I did line 1 nice and slow, 1 E and 2 E and. Now the sticks are coming right back. 3 E and 4 E and. If I did line 3, 2 rights, 2 lefts. That's right, right, left, left. With the formula, it becomes 1 E and E and 3 E and 4 E and right E and right E and left, left. I've seen a couple guys on YouTube do that exercise. Blazing speed and clean. The objective is to make the singles and doubles sound the same. That's very difficult to do, especially when you're playing up tempo. You know, you got, and that's not even clean at all. Now, like I said, I'm starting that guy with the right hand. 1. Now, if I start with the left hand, it doesn't make a difference because now my downbeats are coming onto the left side. 1 E and 2 E and 3. Now we do line 3. That's 1 E and 2. 3. That's right hand lead. Now we'll do a left hand lead. It's the reverse. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E, 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2, 3, formula using the right hand lead and the left hand lead. So let's do this one more way, and then I'm going to have to wrap it up in a few minutes, okay? I apologize about this afternoon. So we're going to use this now two-dimensional, two different ways. We're going to substitute, instead of one E and a with the right hand, we're going to take the right hand and put it downtown, which is the bass drum. One E and a, two E and a. You see that one, Luciano? You weren't here the other day. Did you miss anything that we, you get the PDFs or any questions on that? Okay. Just two dimensions now. You have the first dimension. Okay, that's using it just with the hands, the right hand lead and the left hand lead. Now the second dimensional thing there will be substituting. Instead of using the right, here, let me do it for you. Instead of using the right hand, we're using the bass drum. So instead of me going like this, one E and da, I'm going one E and da, or two E and I'm going two E and da. Now that's for drum set application. What's the question? The first thing you want to do one at a time here, develop it. Don't be going to the Blue Note in New York City and trying this now. Not yet, anyway. What's the question, Luciano? All right, you know, all right. First off, let me go over this really quick. You seem to not understand the reasoning why I stroke from here, which is a tap. Okay? Or if I stroke from here. Notice the difference in sound. The distance of my stick to the drum is not that far. So I'm producing a lighter sound. And if I want to play, let's say I'm doing a vamp. That's in the tap, that's in the quarter stroke position. So I'm playing that. Say at a tempo like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to play that same thing in a full stroke. That's a lot of work. Now you hear the difference in sound. Now, you ask me, why do I always use a full stroke? Well, when I start practicing and I want to warm up, I'm not starting here, usually. I'm starting up here. The full stroke with the stick control. What I have to do, I might do it tonight or maybe I'll do it next lesson in the afternoon, is show you what my routine is when I practice. I'm going to practice page 5, and I'll do just the left-hand side. I do it first in full strokes. The full strokes let the blood going, make sure that the right and left are sounding correct or equal. Then I pick up the speed a little bit and put it in the half stroke position. So I get this. That's for a little bit faster, a lighter sound. I'm getting the different sound here because the distance is great. Here or here. And there's a whole spectrum from the full stroke position to here. It's like an arc. I can play like this. Now you hear the difference? Now the full stroke, it's a free stroke really, is to put yourself or make a distinction when you're making accents. If I'm doing a paradiddle, sticking pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm in the half stroke position. And when I hit the drum, I'm coming back to the starting position. But my right and my left sound equal. Now I want to put an accent. on the first stroke of the paradiddle. So I'm not going to start here, or else I have to come up here like this. And that's what you see a lot of on YouTube. And if that works for them, fine. But for me, I think that's incorrect and a waste of energy. I demonstrate it like this. When I sit down behind a drum set, I don't sit here like I'm a robot. I'm breaking it down to slow motion to show you what's occurring. When I play a paradiddle, it's down. Look at the sticks, they're equal. Up, tap, tap. Now inside that paradiddle, I had two different sounds. I had an accented note and 3 unaccented notes. But I kept myself in position. Down, up, tap, tap, down, up. Now you see the downstroke in there? Down, up, tap, tap. Now, if I want to hit two accents, let's say I'm playing line 3 of stick control book. I really don't ever do it like this, but I'm just going to, for demonstration reasons. Right, right, left, left. And I want to put accents on the first 2 rights. Simple. And I did shoot you over some accents exercises. Like we did the the vamping pattern, and we referenced off the stick control book using all the rights as accents. Or on line 1, if I'm playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, I'm playing 1 volume, about the half stroke. You see that? Okay? Now, I'm going to put an accent. I'm going to use line 1 of stick control book as a reference. I'm going to eliminate all the lefts, and I'm going to think of line 1 as just where the rights fall. The rights fall on 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm playing this constant. 1 sound. Now, because I'm going to play an accent at 1, 2, 3, 4, there's going to be 2 different sounds in here. An accented note and an unaccented note. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, this has to change. If I'm maintaining the same sound, I'm coming down from the same spot. But now I want to get in position without breaking the momentum or the flow of the pattern to nail the accent. So I have to get an upstroke in there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But notice where I stop. I'm back in position to hit that. So in that particular exercise there, I'm using a downstroke and an upstroke. Now this is your journey into levels. It's so important to understand that. I mean, we just naturally play that way, and when you break it down, everybody falls apart. Relax. It's what's occurring, man. You know, you get guys teaching paradiddles, they start here, they go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And they lift the stick up after the fact. I mean, that's not incorrect if that works for them. But for me, it's a waste of energy. I'm going down, up. I'm ready. I don't have to lift up. I'm there. That's the speed stroke, is that upstroke. It's simple. Here, if you were filming this paradiddle, just film it. Play it back on the camera. Okay? And just say on the camera you could play back at an extremely slow motion. I'm playing this, and you're playing it back. Now, slow motion. Let's even say to something crazy like 30. That's what you would see. So that's what I teach. That's how you should learn it, you should practice it so you can play it. The other way is just a waste of energy. Unless you're trying to maneuver around the drum set. You know, it's a drum corps thing too. They come up and come down. We're not in the drum corps, man. We're on a snare drum. We want to get speed. And my power goes a slop. Anyway, what you need to do, Luciano, and I think I constantly do it, and I've been doing it for almost, I feel, forever, is not revisit the levels, but reinforce what's natural. I mean, you know, if you're playing just one stroke, and you want to say, I'm counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you know, you can play that, I hear it, right? But now you want to accent just the 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you don't go like that. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Nice and relaxed. Put that motion inside the flow. It's the level system, aka control strokes. That's the Joe Morello book, Master Studies. Now, if you want to learn the technique, you want to develop a better technique than you have now, there is no shortcuts. You need to practice and work hard. But when you practice, you need to practice correctly. Now, you keep hearing, there's no right and there is no wrong. Well, there are laws of physics, and I maintain them. I'm going to give you a whole lesson next time, one of the lessons next week, on the level system. Just that. Okay, I'm not saying you don't. I'm just shooting it out there for everybody else who's listening. I'm making a statement. Okay? I'm not giving anybody a hard time. Don't come to my house or my studio here and beat me up. I apologize. No shortcuts. Hard work. Every day. Boom. Every day. Not loose yet. Okay, gentlemen. Any questions to this point? Any more questions? Everything's okay with me. I just love what I do. I'm just, you know, sharing with everybody, not my attitude, but I guess you could say knowledge, or my experience. That's a better word for this. You know, you try to make sure, because see, if you want to go out and play, everybody's saying, yeah, well, you know, I'm playing a rock pattern, or boom, jock, ding, ding, pop, pop, boom, pop, boom. Why do I have to learn the level system? Why do I have to exercise like this? Well, you don't. You don't have to do that. If you're happy just playing a cover tune, or playing mainstream music, and trying to play like somebody else, do it, man, if that makes you happy. You want to become an artist? You want to establish your own voice? Hard work. If you listen to the conversation Mike Clark and I had about that, you'll hear it. There is no shortcut. I mean, Mike, you know, it was his exposure to some good musicians and good music, plus some talent and some good knowledge. We'll put that together and boom, you have not greatness, but you got a path to who you are. This stuff, greatness and politically correct and what's right and wrong, you know, gets me crazy. Me, I just say it like it is. 1 + 1 = 2. Period. You want to argue with me? Okay, fine. Have a nice day. Anyway, gentlemen, I got to call it a day for now. Are there any more questions at all? Going once. Any questions? Yes, put a Y, and for no. Okay, Luciano, good. Good for you. But don't feel free to ask questions. I love questions. It helps me. I mean, sitting here in the studio, looking at screens, looking at me play, and trying to read some questions or going to the next step is extremely difficult. Trust me. Okay? Nobody else has any questions? No problems? Alright, and I'm going to sign off until 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time this evening. Have a good day, gentlemen. I can't finish it. Alright, bye-bye, guys. Have a good rest of the day, and practice as much as you can. If you have any questions, email me or Skype me, man. We'll hang out. We'll talk a little bit. Okay, gentlemen? Take care.